This is more about life in the time of the coronavirus epidemic. We were out walking in one of the wonderful city parks, and we passed by some massive, beautiful old stone walls, about 100 years old, I'd say, and still sturdy, not crumbling. I realized they'd been built during the Depression, work crews created by FDR, so not quite 100 years. The government put people to work and paid them for doing it. Back then, they put even writers and artists to work. That was America in the New Deal. Now we've got the newer deal in a very different America. This newer deal is quite a deal. The government just hands out money. You do nothing and you get paid. And they call it the money you deserve. This is blatant political corruption, democracy at its worst, and they treat it like it's consummate leadership, distinguished service that will save us all. At least with Roosevelt, we got some memorials that, even now, continue to inspire. Those walls. As for us, we will leave behind nothing but debt. We killed ourselves. I see signs out, pray for our nation, pray for America. Yes, prayers for the dearly departed, mourning. The trumpet down in Florida, while he is not appearing in public, is nevertheless in the headlines. He may be on his way out, but on the way, he's shooting arrows into the dummy craps behinds. He's on a spree, issuing full pardons, barrels of them. Most presidents do this on their way out, but this is more personal. The trumpet is pardoning all of his pals and advisors who were put in jail during the Russian investigation, something I did not understand, except as an attempt, largely successful, by the dummy craps to do everything they possibly could to undermine the trumpet and make life miserable for anyone near him. Now, with these pardons, the trumpet is getting back at them, and if possible, they will hate him more than ever. Ever since day one of his presidency, every single day has been a struggle. He is a born antagonist, so he almost enjoyed this, and his opposition was relentless. The business of running the country took a far back seat to this battle. I'm certain it will continue until his final day in office, and then we will see what the shadow has in store for us. I can't think that he will fade away unless he's worn out from constant harassment, battle fatigue. Our state is running a barrage of ads on radio and TV featuring nurses on the brink of tears, begging us to do everything we can to fight the coronavirus. They cite cases of healthy young people with no underlying conditions who thought the virus was a joke, and then suddenly they crash, they're on respirators, and they're dying, and the saddest part is when they ask the nurses to hold their hand so they won't have to die alone. The clear intent of this is to instill fear in the population, to make us more compliant. When fear becomes official policy, that troubles me. I heard some guys on the radio talking. It was one of those year-end summary shows, and though things looked rough, they had some laughs too. And at the close of the show, they all agreed on one thing, that the coming year could not possibly be as bad as this one was. I looked over at the radio and I smiled. If the virus has taught us anything, it's that we don't know anything for certain, and things could get a whole lot worse, and in a hurry. Come on, boys, that's gospel. People sometimes describe successive presidencies as swings of the pendulum. One side gets to crow, then the other, back and forth. With Obama Llama, the trumpet, and the Pander Man, that old pendulum is rocket propelled. It's swinging away like crazy. And it's swinging under its own power. In fact, I think what we've got now is not just the pendulum, we've got the pit and the pendulum. Remember that one? Poe, we're all in a pit, a deep, dark, scary hole, and the pendulum, like a scythe, is sweeping away over our heads. I can hear it whistling in the darkness. Can you hear it? This won't be just another inauguration. This is going to be a horror story.